Hey folks, Toaster back. Got an ace tanker for you guys today, and it is in the T-34-3. I wanted to let you know that I've installed a few mods, and I installed those. Obviously, I don't have XVM active, but I installed XVM because there's a mod that you can show all the hit points that are left. So if I hit Alt, it shows all the hit points on the team, which is really quite nice if in an end game situation. And I installed, of course, the MOE mod because I'm trying to 3-mark this tank, the T-34-3. I dropped down to about 81%, and now I'm back up currently right around 85. And I'm also trying to mark some other tanks, so that's nice to have. I've also got a win 8 counter, and then I've got a zoom out mod, and I've got another reticle. And you'll see I don't really care for this reticle much because this reticle is, and the replays manager, of course, but the reticle is not really that great in my opinion. It doesn't have a pen marker on it, and it really bothers me not to have a pen marker when you're zoomed in. So at any rate, this game, the reason that I'm coming to this position, there's one arty, and I can actually get arty safe right here. And this is a great position for this tank because I don't have a lot of gun depression, right? And I don't need a lot here, as this Pantera is making the mistake of trying to push up the hill right at the start of the game, right? So I have shots on the Defender, but I've also got a shot on the M103. And I choose the M103, one, it's a tier higher, and two, the side armor isn't nearly as trolly on the M103. So we're going to go ahead and take that shot and try and get some damage out. So we're up to 700 damage, and we just picked up about 800 assist. So that's a pretty good start in the first minute and a half of the game, right? And so you'll see me fire this blind shot, and the reason that I fire that, I want to know if I get lit. Because if there's somebody over in this bush over here, then I'm likely to get lit. And I'm kind of watching the map just for shots of opportunity, and that's kind of what you guys should do too. I should have taken that shot, but I was trying to line it up and make sure I had a good shot into his side. So I missed out on a shot there as the Leopard PTA is being pushed back towards me, and I'm hoping to get a shot on him, but that doesn't happen. So we do see this IS-22, and we're going to go ahead and take a shot there. Now, you'll notice one thing that I often do, if somebody's sitting still, is I'll aim for just a tiny bit longer. So we take a blind shot there, than I need to. And that's because sometimes the server is not caught up to you, and you will end up taking a shot that is unaimed by the server. You know, the server says it's not fully aimed because you've just fired immediately, and on your end it looks like you have actually fully aimed when in fact you haven't, according to the game. So this Type 59 makes a fatal mistake. He tries to come up here to the mid after we've already won it, right? So we're able to put a shot into him, and our bat chat does clip him out, but the arty shoots him. Now you'll notice that I have not been focused this game, and I believe that bat chat has been. I believe the bat chat's been focused, and because he's soft, and he's also very dangerous. And so we back up. Now, that shot's never going to pen from the Scorpion G, but we do back down the hill a little bit, and we know that he's got a long reload, so he's not likely to pop back up there. Plus, I've got a dead hole here, so he only had turret shots there, as we're able to take out the enemy. I'm going to stop it right here because I want to explain a little something. I don't know if you were watching earlier, but we had a Centurion 7-1 drive all the way across the middle of the map. And he was out here in this field, and I don't know what happened to him, to be honest with you. I'd have to rewind it. But that's a terrible play, one. But two, he didn't get shot from over in this area. So I don't know if this Roomba is making a 200 IQ play where he knows that there's nobody in this position, or if he's just aggressing a little bit too aggressively. But either way, he's going to come up to here, and once he does that, we are pretty sure that nobody is up on this nook, right, or on this, in this area here. Also, we've got guys that are coming around this side, and as they come around this side, they will spot anything that's here. So the Scorpion probably has left this area. We know that the Standard B and the Scorpion G are both kind of hidden. The only thing that has not been spotted, well, it says that is the Standard B, it says, but that can't be true. So, oh, the S1, one of the Scorpions, no, two Scorpions, and of course Artie. So it's kind of odd that anybody would cross this direction, but in reality, it's probably fairly safe. It might be a 200 IQ play, but nevertheless, for me, I feel like I can cross now, right? Because I've got enough information that I realize that I'm not going to be shot at when I cross. Now, the Standard B does get flushed out as the and we take a very unfortunate shot there. But as the Roomba crosses, he gets flushed out, or maybe it's these guys up here that spotted him. I don't know. Nevertheless, he's moved away, and we fire just a blind shot just because we can, right? There's no reason not to. So at this point, I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and cross. And watch where I cross, because I cross in a position... I know there's no one over here. I'm positive there's no one over here. So I'm trying to keep the rock between me and this knoll here. And that's my whole point. Now, I see the Standard B, and I make a mistake here, guys, and I want to explain it a little bit. I know I need gun depression, and see this little side here? I can creep up onto this side and get extra gun depression. As it turns out, I get a little too much gun depression. So, as I come up, I don't have the gun elevation, and I have to sit there for an extra second, and I take a hit, right? So it's stuff like that that you got to be careful of. And again, well, we had the gun depression there, but I see how I'm adjusting a little bit. And I'm checking to see, and once again, gun depression fails me, but the guy's not paying attention. But what I'm trying to do is stay far below this ridge so I do not get shot from this ridge. And notice how I wait until I'm reloaded, full 10 seconds, so that I know that I'm not lit. And there's our buddy, the Artie. We're going to go ahead and pack down the hill. And we'll just take the one shot of damage. Now, I make a mistake at the end of the game, and I will show you that mistake. And it could have cost us the game, to be honest. And I say that in chat. But this S1, I can overmatch him anywhere, right? So the dude is dead. I shouldn't have come up this high, but I want to explain why I did it. Our Pantera died coming this direction. I know for a fact, and he was killed by the Scorpion G. I know for a fact that Scorpion G is on the backside of this hill. And the reason I know that is because these trees aren't knocked down, and I would spot him, you know, before I crested the ridge if he was on this side. and there's no trees knocked down. Now, I didn't look for the trees, but I do know for a fact that he's got to be back there because he would be spotted by now if he was up on this ridge. Okay, so it is okay to make this chase a little bit, but I do stop the chase. And this S1, I just kind of auto-aimed him there. And he makes a huge mistake. And in S1, your advantage is stealth, right? You do not want to get into a turning battle with a T-34-3 or any medium for that matter, but especially a medium tank that has overmatch on you. So why did I go for the tracking shot there? That's one of my first big mistake, right? Why go for a tracking shot on a guy that 1 is stunned, 2 is not loaded, and 3 is a one-shot, okay? So here's my second mistake, and it could have cost us the game. I have a shot right now. I have a shot right now on this guy, right? So that's one thing. The other thing is I could have turned my tank sideways so I was side scraping. I don't want the guy to get away, and that's the real reason that I'm still pushing. Or I could have pushed up, just up to here. I wouldn't have been able to shoot him, but I could have kept him lit, right? And I've got a Roomba coming. But my problem is greed, right? I've got this mod here that tells me that I'm at 84%, and I want to continue to go up on my mark. I've got 4,100 damage, 2,200 assists. This is a great game. I've got 10,000 win 8, right? So what I want to do is get another shot of damage and then possibly go for the defender and get that final kill and really up my win 8. So instead, I pull way too far out and I die. So now we've got a Roomba who's got 600 and something hit points, so he can take one hit from that Scorpion, and their defender is very low, is actually not low. He's got 1,300 HP. Now, this 4202, for whatever reason, he was up top here, and he came down to the defender, behind the defender, instead of just staying up here and keeping the advantage. I understand what he's doing. He's trying to work the 2-on-1, but we have Artie, and the safe play was for him to stay up top, right? That was the safe and the smart play. But I can't complain about that because I am dead. My only hope is that we end up winning this game. And I want you to notice what I say here. Maybe it doesn't have chat. Maybe it's not going to show. But during the game, I said, boy, I screwed that up, didn't I, guys? And somebody else said, yes, you did. Of course, in typical fashion. There we go. And I say that that I might have lost us the game, which is absolutely true. Because even if this Roomba kills this guy, if he takes a hit, he's a one-shot, and sitting on cap is a really bad idea. As it turns out, he does not take a hit. He's able to take out the Scorpion G with a snapshot, which is wonderful, and then he caps out the game. Okay? But I made mistakes, and I shouldn't have made those mistakes, and it was all based on greed. So, and at this point, the defender has 500 hit points left, right? You got 500 hit points, and this guy either has a 490 or a 750 alpha gun, and I don't know how to tell the difference. It looks to me like he's got the long gun, which is the 750 alpha gun. So he's going to go ahead and sit in cap and cap this out. I don't know why the defender doesn't come back, but he chooses not to. So All's well that ends well, but I make mistakes just like the rest of you guys, and you don't see my games that I over aggress. I played a game on Tundra where I was on the winning side, and I went to the little knoll in the middle, and as this guy is shooting, now he's shooting just to see if he gets lit, right? Which is not a terrible idea, honestly. But at any rate, we were able to take the knoll, and I pushed in. I was getting free shots, and instead of staying where I was, I pushed in and died. Now we ended up winning that game as well, but why do that? Why push in and lose your tank and leave it up to your teammates to win? Don't do what I do, guys. I will try and get better at that, because obviously I'm trying to mark things, so I need to stay alive till the end of the game. So let's go ahead and look at the after action report on this. I do have it in the replays manager so we can see crits and all that stuff. So here we go. Okay, here we are at the after action report. We of course got an ace tanker on this. We got a high caliber and a Confederate. Happens quite a bit on this. Now, the nice thing about this replays manager is you can actually tell what criticals you did. In this case, we didn't do a lot of criticals, so it's not all that big of a deal. But like when you play HE tanks, it's nice to know. We were top of the team by experience with 1469. Our Barask was second with 825. That defender actually did quite well. He did 2200 damage, top of his team. And yeah, 20 shots fired, 14 hits, 12 pens. That's pretty normal for this tank, especially since we were firing at long distance a lot of times. 4185 damage is actually quite good, and combine that with the 2300 assistance, you end up with about 6500 combined. And we made 40,000 credits. We do have some consumables that we had to resupply, and that's why, you know, we started out with 97,000, and so we could have potentially made 60,000 if we had a stock of consumables there. 1600 total base XP on a standard account is actually pretty good. And so yeah, we're happy with that game. We're going to show you another T-34-3 game. I have been AFK, as it were, because my job is really busy right now, but I will put up at least this video and one other video. I'm sorry if you've been sending me replays, but I just haven't had a lot of time, and if I do have time, I kind of want to spend it playing, enjoying myself instead of making videos. So my apologies, guys. We hope to catch you guys next time. I will try and stream a little bit, maybe this weekend, because I've got some free time, and I need to link up with Bonzi Duck. We're going to play some games together. Maybe we'll both stream. Who knows? So we'll catch you guys next time. Toaster out.